Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that.
What is up, guys? This is my TL, and I'm here with another fantastic video. Yes, and today, as you can tell from the title and thumbnail, we are going to be talking about runes and why they are important. So I'm going to hop right into it. So as you're building your character, okay, it is important to keep in mind the armor that you're wearing. You want it to be around your skills, okay? Well, there is enough armor out there that when you get a piece, it'll have a rune in it, okay? For example, let's check out my chest piece. So I have down here at the very bottom, you'll have a white and purple rune. Well, these runes play an effect, not necessarily for, your gear up here, but for your accessories, for your necklace, and for your rings. As of right here, you can see I have 6 green runes out of 6 needed to increase my health by 700%. And as you can see, my gear score is 980, okay? Let me just say this. A lot of people are concerned about gear score when you're going into a dungeon. When I had my gear score over 1,000, okay, just like that, I was going down at least once or twice in the dungeon runs every time, almost every time. But the moment I threw on better gear that fit my character or increased my health, my gear score dropped, which was fine. And my then health and everything, my defense and everything increased drastically. So really quick, I just want to throw that out there that it doesn't matter if you have high gear score or not. Now, you definitely want the gear score to be over what's required for the dungeon. But if you have high gear score and your defense and health isn't up there, you're gonna struggle through these dungeons, okay? I just quickly wanted to note that. But so now let's get into back to the runes. So while I was in the process of thinking how I can keep myself from going down more, runes are a perfect answer for that. I have a max HP plus 700 because of the 6 runes that I have acquired throughout my armor. So that's got a red rune, that's got a yellow and white, that's got a green, that's got a green, that's got a white and purple, that's got a green, that's got a yellow and a red, and that's got a, purple, green, and red. So acquired through all these pieces of armor and equipment I'm wearing, I now have enough green runes to get the buff from this ring. As you can see below, the lunchbox buff, which isn't really that important for me, but it's got 2 out of 3 needed. So I only have 2 yellow runes out of the 3. So when you're building your character, you want to kind of take a peek at what you want to get. So keep your skill in mind, the skill tree that you want to use, or the bless that you want to use, and then keep in mind the accessories that you might want to use in the future. Okay, especially when it comes to building your last gear set. Obviously, if you're going to do your last gear set, you're going to want the A, which is the critical hit rates, potion cooldowns, and max HP. That's an amazing ring right there. And you only need 4 greens, 4 reds, 17 whites. Oh my lord, that's insane. But basically, you want to come through here and you want to find a necklace that works. So this one, you need 8 green runes. And that necklace, I'm not too worried about. I mean, it would be beneficial for me if I got it from a drop, but to buy it, it's not worth it. So let's find one that's better. Like this one right here. Potion healing amount plus 14.4% with defense plus 1226%. I'm eligible to wear that necklace now and get both those buffs. With the white rune right there, it plus 8.1% critical hit rate. I need 9 white runes. Okay, well, all that gear that I am wearing, right here, okay. If I was, for instance, so those got white runes, that's got a yellow, My staff has got my greens, and that's got a white. So, for instance, here, when I'm upgrading, I'm hoping that maybe by the time I get to legendary, I will get enough white runes to make that necklace work. You want to have your ring and necklace kind of bounce and benefit from one another, if that makes sense. So, like, for instance, I have 6 green runes, right? So this necklace would be great and would work well with my ring because my ring also benefits from the green runes. But this one right here, this would not benefit my ring, but greatly benefit me. So if I was able to get my white runes up to 9, and then I would have my yellows there, I would then go to the rings here. Jesus, if I can figure out how to navigate. I would then go to the rings, and I could use this one: critical hit damage, critical hit rate, potions and defense. See, that one needs more yellow cores though, or runes that I don't have. Let's see here: health regenerate or recovered from gathering. Let's see. See, this one would be well, that's the one I got. Let's see here. Right here. Critical hit damage plus 27%. I would need 12 white runes. But I do have the 6 runes that I have for the max HP. But check this out. This one only needs 2 greens to work. So the necklace we were looking at needed 9 white runes. So if I was to have that necklace and this ring, I could have an enormous amount of buffs going on just for having the proper runes. And I would still be able to keep my gear that I had prior with the correct runes in it. So pretty much you can get any gear with any rune in it almost. That's your kind of goal, I guess you could say. And what kind of sucks about it is that if you're doing it later like me, you're going to come through and you're going to have to start your levels over with a different piece of equipment. Now, granted, this is dungeon gear that I have right now. The crit hit damage is pretty high up there. This was also a dungeon gear piece of gear that I got, which has got a pretty high amount of defense. So, keep that in mind. But, yeah, I wanted to show you guys that because runes really do play a part in the game, and they can greatly make a huge difference for you. And in the future, who knows? They might come out with dungeon gear where it's like, hey, guess what? You remember the gear that you had prior where runes were just in there? Well, guess what? We now have gear sets where the runes will benefit each other. So now there's a 5th little slot, and when you upgrade it to max mythic, you now get a buff with your gear that you need a certain amount of runes for. So that's a possibility. That's a thing. They did it in ESO. They can definitely do it in here. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to kind of run through how runes work and how they're beneficial and how they're not. There's really no not benefit from it besides that you have to kind of mix and match your gear, try and get the correct amount of runes. And when you upgrade, guys, you don't know what runes you're gonna get. Now, sometimes there are. I've noticed that there are some gear out there that will have like 4 or 3 yellow runes in the same piece. It's honestly a way for them to slow your progress in the game, but increase your armor and gear at the same time. And if honestly, I'm going to throw this out there and you're probably going to hate me for it, but let me put this in your ear. If they do decide that once you max out your gear in Mythic, that you then get a rune buff at the end, it would be the perfect thing for keep players playing. Because then you'd be like, well, fuck, I could really use that buff on my chest piece, but it would mean that I would have to completely start over with my mythic boots and start from blue and come back up again. Just so that way you can get the correct runes to get more of a buff. It would keep players playing longer, and it would kind of reset them to get that perfect gear. So just keep that in mind. It is a possibility. I see them doing it, but time will only tell. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much the video for the runes. I just wanted to pop in that little bit of defense and information with dungeons, just because it really helped me a lot, getting that defense up there and dropping my gear score a little bit and working my way back up. But I hope y'all enjoyed. Please comment down below. Let me know what you think. If there's any information I missed or I got something wrong or something, please correct it in the comments. I'm pretty sure I nailed it on the nose, but we're not perfect. Yeah, if you found that you learned something new, please hit that like button. It really helps me out and helps the channel out, and helps me be able to get that information out there faster and quicker. If you're not a sub, please think about subbing if you find yourself enjoying or the video was helpful. There's plenty of helpful people that are part of our Discord, which the link is down there, and they're always in the comments, always talking to each other and talking to me, and really helping out, and we just have a good community here in TLD Nation. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see y'all next time in the next video. Peace.